guys, happy Friday. It's about 10 o'clock. Can we just have a girlfriend conversation? Judgment-free zone. We're just gonna remove all the walls. Have you ever felt like, man, I'm killing it. I'm ahead of the game right now. I'm doing so well. I'm meeting all my goals for the day or whatever. I'm gonna go do something fun. Like run a few errands. Not that that's fun, but you know, like get out of the house. Like I earned getting out of the house. I'm still working on that where I have to earn things because that's not really a healthy way of thinking. However, if left to my own devices, like nothing would get done unless I'm on some kind of structured schedule. I know my areas of weakness. That is all of my areas. No, I'm just kidding. So I was like, yeah, I'm ahead on emails. I just ordered the boys' backpacks. So I know it seems kind of early, but here in Texas, they start school like early August. And it's almost the end of July. So I'm not really ahead of the game. So I ordered their backpacks, I ordered their labels. I love to order Mabel's labels. We try to avoid using reusable bags. Actually, let me see if I can put you guys somewhere. I'm convinced this is a terrible idea, so I'm gonna try and stay very still so I don't knock anything down. This is not gonna work. Anyway, I order Mabel's labels because they are waterproof, washproof, dishwasher proof, washing machine proof. They're awesome, and we still use Ziploc bags in the house and for things like that, but I pack their lunch every day and we don't use them for that because it's just a lot of waste, and Ziploc bags are expensive, not to mention the waste and stuff like that. But we label all their containers, we label their backpacks, we label their glue sticks. Anything that goes to school gets labeled. And it's not so much for the other kids, it's more for my own, you know, like don't forget your kind of thing. So anyway, I was like killing it. I'm like, I had an email, I ordered their backpacks, I ordered Mabel's labels. I'm awesome, I'm ahead. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna leave and I'm gonna go to Half Price Books. I decluttered my book collection. When I get back, I'm going to try and, I have to declutter my closet and I've just been really hesitant. You know, I have all these things to do that are a lot more exciting than like my normal stuff. It's still chores, still errands, but not the ones I don't look forward to, so then it feels like a treat. Okay, if you're the house manager, you know what I'm trying to describe. Like you might hate doing laundry. So for you, laundry is like, bleh. But you're like, oh yay, today I get to go, I don't know. What is a chore that's fun? Like maybe you look forward to doing your groceries at Target because you get to walk around Target. So you'd rather do that than laundry. That's kind of what I'm trying to describe. It's terrible that I'm trying to make it sound like a reward system. So it's like, I'll go to the mall. I want to try on these sweatpants at Aerie, and I hate going to the mall, but I'm gonna hate going to the mall more this weekend. So I think if I go in the morning when they open. Anyway, that's my thought process. Then all of a sudden I get like a boom boom on my email. That's not even the sound my email makes. I just felt like maybe with a sound effect, it would paint a better picture. I can't get used to my face. I think the Botox has officially worn off. Y'all, Botox is expensive. I love it, but two things. A, ain't nobody got that kind of budget. And B, the headache that I get about 3 or 4 days in lasts me about 3 or 4 days. And it is deathly. But, you know, it lasts me almost 5 months. So anyway, I think it's totally dissolved at this point because I have the fatty 11 lines like my mom. So I hear the boom boom from my email that doesn't sound like that. And it's like, hey, your video for tomorrow's been approved. That's awesome. Congratulations, whatever. When you do content, you usually have to submit it for pre-approval and they'll return it either with a green light or a, hey, I need you to edit that part out or add a text box. I'm not tooting my own horn. Actually, I am. I have confidence issues, okay? There's not a lot of things that I'm good at. See, this negative self-talk. There's not a lot of things that I'm good at. However, with sponsored content, I think in the 10 years that I've been on YouTube, I've had to edit my content, my sponsored content, maybe 10 times. Usually it's like, good job, ready to go, here's the link, here's the code, whatever, you know? And so it makes me feel good, but when I get it sent back and it's like, edit this, I'm like, but you said, no. Anyway, so I was like, okay, cool. Jump onto YouTube, I add the link that they sent me, everything's ready to go. Oh wait, no it's not. None of my links are done. And you guys know with vlogs, there are like 100 links. So I know, because of my hyper focus and the way my brain works, I'm gonna sit here for a couple hours, and by the time I'm done, I'm gonna be like, well, do I really need to go run some errands? And I wanted to run some errands because my trunk is full right now. It's full of books, it's full of things I want to donate, and tomorrow is baseball practice, which means there's gonna be a big ass wagon in my trunk, a cooler full of Gatorade, you know, bats and things like that, and I'm like, ugh. So I don't get to do my non-boring chores because now I have to do the description box. And here's the thing, I don't mind doing links because it's not something I have to do. It's not mandatory. I do it because I like doing it, because I see the benefit of it. Like I've said it a million times, I'm like, I've seen videos before or content on YouTube where I'm like, I really want her shoes, I really want her sunglasses, and it's so frustrating when the link isn't there. So I do it for those of you that are like me, that like really need the link. And it obviously helps that I make a really small commission off any of those links that you click. And when I mean small, I literally mean small, like 3 pennies, 7 pennies, sometimes on a good day, 19 pennies. The retailer that actually pays the best commission in terms of affiliate links is Walmart, believe it or not. So it's actually super cool because, you know, Walmart stuff is already super awesome. It's within everyone's budget. This is starting to sound sponsored. It's not. I mean, personally, as a content creator, in terms of affiliate linking or link tracking, they are the brand that is in everyone's budget. And if you click on the link or if you use any of my Walmart links, I actually make more commission than anywhere else. I mean, more than 3 pennies, 9 pennies, 17 pennies, like $1. Hey, that doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're like collecting 3 pennies at a time, 3 pennies at a time, 3 pennies at a time, and you have to wait 3 months to get those 3 pennies, $1 is a big deal. Because $1 at a time adds up. 3 pennies at a time, maybe eventually. Do you guys want an update? I didn't think this through in terms of permanent jewelry. So because I'm trying to keep it, let's warm up this white balance. My camera has like auto white balance, so like if the colors are off, it automatically adjusts. Clearly didn't like my skin tone, and I don't regret the placement. What I'm saying is, with permanent jewelry and having to have Aquaphor on here, if you get skeevy about things like me, ointment, the feeling of ointment, like Neosporin, Vaseline, is like so knowing it's on my skin or on my body somewhere, and then having these bracelets like rub up against it, I'm like, So I've just been putting a band-aid. Welcome to Coffee Break with Dani, the world of long introductions, long explanations, long-winded explanations over things that are absolutely not important. Like, for example, on Wednesday, Parker and I were outside for maybe 11 minutes. Do you know how many bug bites I got? Let's count together. I have 2 on my stomach, 3 on my inner thighs, 2 on the back of my right leg. How many is that? I lost track. And then 2 on my left knee, 2 on my right foot, and I think that's it. So let's see, 11. I have West Nile virus, right? At this point, I should have it, because with my delicious universal unicorn blood, I mean, I get eaten alive. And this is what happens when I'm like, you know what? It's like almost August and I haven't been eaten alive by mosquitoes this year. Usually, I mean, come May, I'm already covered in bites. So when I had that realization, the mosquitoes were like, that's right, there's a delicious lady that lives in this house. Let's wait for her to come out, and I'm poisoned. Do you know how much histamine's probably in my body right now? I think I'm delaying the inevitable. The linking of links, the creating of links, the establishing of links. You know what I think it is? I think I just answered my own question. I do enjoy doing links, but I don't like watching myself back. That's my least favorite part, aside from trolling and like mean comments and like just people, the sense of entitlement, like they own you like your property or commodity, even though this is free. Aside from that, it's watching myself back. I can edit it once, like that's enough, but having to edit it and then go back and then rewatch myself, I'm like, I don't know how you guys do it. I don't know how you watch me, but you know, there's love for everyone in this world. And with that said, I should go back to work. But that's the update for today. Happy Friday. We have the boys all weekend. We are going to Cancun next week, and it's still kind of up in the air because I feel insecure about Ernie. You know, she seems fine now. She's back to normal. She's back to eating normal. She's on her antibiotics. She seems okay. Her liver supplement seems to be doing just wonders. But being gone just really... I don't want to be gone if I'm going to be mentally here. I don't want to be gone if I'm not enjoying my vacation because I'm not present, you know? And so we have a couple of days to really just shake it off. It'll be a week tomorrow. It'll be a week tomorrow since she started her treatment and everything, and she hasn't had any flare-ups or any relapse or anything, you know, anything. But I don't know, you guys. It's too soon, you know? It's too soon with Wesley and Tetopo, and it's too much stuff, and I'm feeling insecure about the whole thing. And it's just, I need that support. I need that support, and it's hard because, you know, like Parker, and this isn't a dig on Parker. Parker will do whatever I ask him to do, and Parker will show up however I ask him to, and but he has to be led. He has to be like, you have to tell him about the water, you gotta lead him to the water, you gotta shove him in the water, and then you gotta hold him down in the water, and then he'll be like, oh, okay. And in terms of stuff like this, I need that support of like, hey, you know, she's our dog. I know you've been struggling with the loss of our 2 other dogs. I know this is gonna make you nervous. How do you feel about our trip? Is it gonna make you feel better? Is there anything I can do to raise your confidence? Is there anything it's gonna be okay. You know, I need that. And in some ways it's fair, but it's not fair. You know, like, you know me enough where you know what's bothering me, but at the same time, I shouldn't expect you to read my mind that, oh, because we're going to Cancun in a week and Ernie was sick a week ago, that he should connect the dots. So like I said, I'm like, I know, I'm not digging on my partner. I won the lottery with him, but it's just, sometimes I wish it was that easy where I could just be supported emotionally in that way. And that's my job. I'm the emotional partner, you know, I'm the empathetic, present, reads people's minds, great, thoughtful gift giver. Parker's like logic. He's logical, he's pragmatic, he's rational. I'm not. And that's why we make such a good pair, because we are opposites. But what do they say about opposites? Actually, there is a book, it's right here in front of me. There is a book that I just love and I keep, and I just crack it open from time to time because it has really cool stuff in here, where it talks about how, yeah, opposites attract, but the biggest fights or disagreements or distance that happens between the couple is because they are opposites. So before, when you're like, I don't know, for example, this is neither of us because we're not, but like, you married your partner because he was so spontaneous and he's so like off the seat of his pants. Is that how you, off the cuff of his pants? Like impulsive and fun and last minute trip to this or whatever. And now you're like, dude, Peter Pan, grow up. Like before you loved it, but now that you're in a committed relationship, you have a mortgage, you have kids, whatever, you're like, whoa, Neverland. We're not there right now, you know? And so it's one of the biggest reasons why it works out, but it's also one of the biggest reasons why you get distance or a rift, because as much as the opposite attracted you, it's also not compatible. You don't think the same. You have to figure out how to make it compatible. So anyway, it's those enigmatic dynamics in relationships that are hard to explain unless you're in a committed relationship. And I'm not talking about those of you that have the perfect marriages that never fight, never sleep in separate beds, you know, never snore, are, you know, just perfectly magically compatible. I'm not talking about you guys, because you don't exist. However, I'm talking about those that, you know, real life marriages, the ones that always love each other but don't always like each other. We're talking reality here because this is a vlog. This isn't reality TV. It's not scripted or produced, and 9 times out of 10 I overshare, like what I just did in the last couple minutes. So anyway, I'll link the book. I gotta get to work. It's been 20 minutes. Like what? Why has it been 20 minutes? You guys, there is no help for people like me. None. But you know what? Dios nos hace, nosotros nos juntamos. God makes us and we find each other. So here we are, hanging out. Just tell me to go back to work, you guys. Like, support me. You guys support me. Read my mind.
12 seconds later.
Did you really think the next time I checked in I was gonna be at the mall? No, this is not how we operate around here. It's 11:30, but I just posted an Instagram story and I thought, oh, not all of you guys follow me on Instagram, and I think it might be valuable, especially for those of you that are adults and have trouble focusing or staying on task without being distracted by a million other things. So I posted a story on my Instagram just a couple seconds ago. Now I'm doing it here. Maybe it's an excuse. And I'm gonna share it with you guys. So it was basically like, I titled it, Tell Me You're Neurodivergent Without Telling Me You're Neurodivergent. And I kind of shared all of the elements that are currently sitting at my desk, standing on my desk. They're on my desk and they actually play a really important role in when I need to sit for a few hours to edit without getting up. Okay, maybe I go to the restroom. But I gotta make sure I go to the restroom that's like literally right outside this door, because if I go to any other bathroom, I'm screwed. Screwed! I wanna link a video of a neurodivergent mom. I love her parenting tips, but I also just recently found out that she also does neurodivergent videos. And she was talking about her laundry hacks. What she does in order to make sure that she can do her laundry from start to finish. And as she was doing it, I was like, oh, that's what I do. So it's totally a thing, you know, like keep your hangers in the laundry room or keep your hampers really small so that you do laundry more often and it's not like, oh, all this laundry, all this folding, all this putting away. So it was pretty cool to see that. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys kind of what I have here. Maybe you'll find it helpful. Maybe it won't, but any of this would maybe help. I don't know. Basically, we have a sensory stimulating rug. So for me, it's always been shag or anything that's like Sherpa or soft. And then I have a fan / heater underneath. I hate having the excuse of I'm cold or I'm hot. There is no excuse. I got a fan. This is a photography stool that goes up and down, so it can be bar height or it can be chair height to go with my stand-up desk. I get super squirrely. My lower back hurts. All of those things. So it goes down, goes up. It's awesome. This part's a little silly, but I do love neatos. And neatos, I'm a really big jaw clencher. So if I'm concentrating, I clench my jaw. If I'm concentrating, I slouch. And I feel like if I funnel my energy in this direction, then I'm not doing the other things and it's super helpful. I also always have a snack. At least 2 different beverages, at least. I don't know about here, but I always have multiple interfaces or things that I'm doing and multiple tabs at the top. Also have music playing. I turned it off right now because obviously copyright issues, so I'll be playing music. Chapstick in case I'm like, oh, my lips are chapped, let me get up. Oh, and then getting up turns into a declutter or a swatching or whatever. So I have chapstick. Little mementos that remind me of the kiddos or of the dogs or anything that they've given me recently. Tissue, tissue's so important. A picture, a DIY project that I'm in the middle of. I dropped this the other day when I was trying to put stuff away and I need to do it, but if I don't leave it right in front of me where I sit every day, I'm not gonna get around to it. This is actually a huge distraction for me, so I have to put it somewhere else where it's not directly in front of me and play music, not on that, not watch videos or anything, because then I will definitely do the doom scrolling. This is some homework I'm working on. If you don't know about this, I learned about it from my therapist and it's super handy, especially if you are working on communication or you have people in your life that aren't working on their communication. It really gives you a great perspective on the way that people think. So somewhere along the line, as you're growing up, you get cognitive distortions. That means your brain learns to process or assess things incorrectly. And these are some of the ways that they do that. So it's pretty handy. I've actually found this super useful, so much so that I printed it because I'm old school. Parker and I always tease each other because he's like the iPad, Apple Pencil person, and I'm like the notepad and pen, actual pen and pencil person. So I love printing things out like this. So it's like my little focus station, even though I'm vlogging now, but it has, I don't know, some of this stuff just it keeps me sitting here. It keeps me from getting up and going somewhere else. And it obviously works because look, I only have 10 more minutes in the video. But that's of watching myself, writing it out, and then I have to go up and do all the links. Okay, maybe this has nothing to do with work, but it's new Sanrio stuff. Look at this coffee maker. I want this little mug warmer. I wish it didn't come with the mug. Like, I just want the warmer itself, like that little base. But then look at this. Is it ridiculous to put a little coffee mug in my studio? Like a little coffee maker? It's only $45. I guess I could probably get like a Keurig and then there's no cleanup involved. But it's Hello Kitty. Look at the little filter. You know what it looks like? Those hotel coffee makers. You know, like super basic. You just plug it in, turn it on, and then water goes from here to here. But then I have to wash it. But it's so cute. I'm like trying to think, how can I spin this into something that I need? I wish they sold this separately. Like, I want just this little mug. I don't need that, but I do need this. Maybe because it has my two favorites on here. Anyone else? Keroppi and Pachaco fans? Oh, last thing I'm gonna tell you before I get back to work. Look at what my boys got me. They went to California with their dad and they walked by one of those Sanrio stores that actually exists still in California. You lucky people. And they got me a baby Pachaco. Right? He's so cute, and look at his bow. It's like the perfect color and everything. I love that my babies are so thoughtful. But you know what I don't love is that I'm not focusing. Let's get back to my magical station setup. You guys, good morning. Happy Saturday. Another Saturday. Another baseball practice. Do you see? Can you see? I don't know if they're in view. This is my assistant co-coach right there. We just got to the park where they practice some Saturdays. We usually like to get here early because Daniel practices first and then Mateo's team practices. So we miss a little bit of Daniel's because I'm not about to get here at like 7:30. And then we finish up with Daniel. I hang out with Daniel. Mateo's team gets coached with co-parent and Parker, and it's just a whole thing. We actually have the boys all weekend today, so we're gonna hang out with them for a little while here and then go on with our merry weekend. Not quite sure what we have planned today. I totally forgot that Daniel has a pool party with his dad and his team at their house, like at that house. Their house, that house is so, you know, you try to be so sensitive of the verbiage that you use because I hate to say my house or dad's house. I always like to say your house, but then it gets really confusing. They have a pool party at dad's house for Daniel's team, so I'm not quite really sure how that's gonna happen today. I'm not sure if Mateo's gonna go, if he's gonna come with me. I know he's like this whenever I'm around, but he also has extreme FOMO, like hardcore. He wants to be a part of everything. So I think the pool party might actually win. Obviously I'm delaying the inevitable, which is what I did yesterday, which, cast your votes. Do you think I ever left the house yesterday? Yeah, my errands didn't get done. So maybe I can do them today. It's okay because they were on my to-do list, like goals, but they weren't necessarily things that had to get done yesterday. I'm learning, I'm growing. Actually, let me stand this way. Oh, either way, it looks super shiny. Okay, so today's Sunday. Yesterday, we had a pretty relaxing day. We went to baseball practice, and then the boys had a pool party, which we actually ended up going to. And then we came home and played hydration pong. Shut up and mind your business, okay? It was fun, and it's a very, very fun way to get these nerds to drink some water. So I'm a little salty because I was robbed. That victory should have been mine and Mateo's, but this one here and his partner won. So here's the scoop. It's Sunday. It's about, I need my glasses. It's about 7:30. We have mass at 8 o'clock. Then we are going to breakfast and grocery shopping. Usually stuff that I get to do by myself, but today, you know, I asserted my needs and I said, hey, I want everybody to go to church with me, and I want to go to breakfast, and I want you guys to help me grocery shop, because I always do it by myself and it's not fun and I don't like doing it. And if we all do it together, then it's less painful. On my lips, in case you're wondering, it's that Stila lip oil that I shared with you guys the other day. You looking? You looking? I see you looking. Okay, so mass at 8 o'clock. We're gonna leave here in just a minute. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. Do you remember on my birthday this year, so what, like 7 months ago, my friend Paola got me a puzzle, a Frida Kahlo puzzle, which I have to be honest, I have tried to assemble 3 times. This is the 3rd, so 2 times before this, and I get so frustrated I put it away. And we have this rule in the house. Mateo, do you want to talk about the rule? Anytime we're playing a game or doing something together, or a board game or video game, if it's not fun anymore, what do?
Put it away.
Yeah. If it makes us cry, if it upsets us, if we throw a tantrum, if we get super pissed, we put it away, because a game is supposed to be fun, and if it's not fun anymore, we put it away. So I follow that rule myself, and I put my puzzle away twice. Thanks, Paola. But Mateo and I did a puzzle. Did I put it away, buddy? I think I did, right? Or is it under there?
Oh,
the Amazon one.
Oh, here.
So I got a puzzle from Amazon recently. It was like $6, and I have this problem where I have to make sure that everything has like an ulterior motive or more than one meaning, or is useful in more than one ways. So I love doing jigsaw puzzles and puzzles, and I don't think Mateo does, but I know he likes to do them with me. And so I found this puzzle, which speaks to all my love languages, literally language. So it's a 500-piece round puzzle. I've never done a round puzzle before. Do not recommend. It is extremely challenging because it's also cut round, so like in circles. And it has really difficult SAT-like vocabulary words, but it doesn't stop there. The actual, whoa, sorry guys, I'm taking you for a ride. Let's see if I could do this one-handed. Oh, if only there was a gentleman in this family that could help me. That would be nice. So the inside has all the definitions. Yeah. So it was cool because the minute we complete a word, Mateo would be like, well, what is flummoxed? And then he'd look on the lid. I'm not sure if he retained any of that information. Actually, he did. He retained one, and it was a way to be an older brother and pick on his little brother. But it's okay. I'll take it as a victory. So anyway, if you guys like, what was it?
Kibitz.
Kibitz. Okay, so if you guys love jigsaw puzzles, I found this on Amazon. I don't know if it's still gonna be on sale, because for me it was one of those where, you know, the AI in your home is listening to you and it just randomly offers a suggestion like, hey, you might like this. And I'm like, what else do you think I like? Imagine if Amazon sold food. I'd be on there a lot longer. My hoops are actually from Amazon too. It's a little multi-pack. They're those no tarnish, I don't know how to say it in English. In Spanish, it basically means coated. So like they're cheapies, but they look real and they don't tarnish. Like you can shower and stuff with them. And it was a pack that had, I think, 9 different sizes. And I don't know, I think they're pretty passable. Really like them. Mateo, you like my earrings?
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you stuff from yesterday, but am I? What am I forgetting? Did you take your cinnamon rolls upstairs?
No.
Where are they then?
And so Parker wouldn't eat them.
Parker's not gonna eat your stuff.
This.
This little nerd baked cinnamon rolls at his dad's house. And last night I was like, I could have sworn he brought cinnamon rolls home. Where are the cinnamon rolls? I couldn't find them last night. I was just looking because I was just curious.
Yeah, curious.
He brought these. You guys made them from scratch, right?
Yeah, yeast and flour.
He was telling me yesterday, he's like, Mom, did you know Dad's an amazing baker? Like, he knows how to bake? And I was like, yeah, he does. And he's like, thinking about it, and I know like his follow-up question is gonna be, which I beat him to it, I was like, I know, I suck at baking. And he had this like, aha Oprah moment where he's like, oh, it's because Dad's good at math. And I'm like, yeah, baking, if you're good at numbers and impulse control, you will be amazing at baking. However, cooking, where you have to cook with your feelings and what's going on and like adjust things according to your palate, he's not very good at that. So, you know, you can't have it all. Diosito no da con las manos llenas. That means God doesn't give you by the handful. He makes you exactly where you're supposed to be. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. Right, little mister? Oh, why are you breaking my cabinets? Anyway, that's the update, you guys. So, a couple errands, breakfast, church. That's what we're gonna do today. And that'll be it for the weekend. I hope you guys have been having fun. I don't know. Should we play hydration pong later today? Mm-hmm. Only if we're gonna win this time. Mm-hmm. Okay? Just kidding. It's not about winning. It's about having fun.
No one cares about that.